a double bill.
It's not really a double bill.
Huge movies.
Huge movie?
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Followed by the awesome Pitch Perfect 2.
They're not in the same league.
Come on, don't knock it. It's boys versus girls. Time to bring out the big guns. So, let's start with Pitch Perfect 2. What are your thoughts?
I just don't like it. It really isn't my cup of tea.
I think you're a snob. It's a totally valid genre.
Well, Cara, that's where you're wrong, because I like the first Pitch Perfect.
It's a great movie.
Pitch Perfect isn't bad. For a movie of its type, Pitch Perfect defies expectation and delivers a very amusing film. The first film had a great energy, the feeling of a film that was fun, new, exciting, and yeah, really fun. But Pitch Perfect 2 is just going through the motions. From its exhausting exposition at the start, the film rapidly descends into basically a cheaper, tireder rip-off of the first movie.
I think you're wrong. Pitch Perfect 2 maintains all the first former glory. It throws you in with characters you love for one last hurrah and has some new things to bring to the table.
I suppose the characters remain consistent, but apart from a little nostalgia, I'd have had a better time watching the first one.
I know what you mean. Some set pieces are definitely callbacks to the first movie, but that's because the movie is really a showcase for the music. The a cappella groups in Pitch Perfect 2 kick it up a notch from the first movie. The performances are brilliant and the arrangements are a lot of fun.
Yes, the musical numbers continue to be impressive.
And I adore Anna Kendrick and the formidable Rebel Wilson, who are both top notch. It's a great fun experience.
But if you want to talk about an experience, you need to talk about Mad Max.
Mad Max? More like Missing Max?
Yes, ironically the eponymous character was rather overshadowed by Furioso, Charlize Theron's brilliant character.
Indeed, this really is a movie about her journey and Max is along for the ride.
Much to the fury of men's rights activists. Have you seen the Twitter outrage?
It's appalling how angry these guys are getting because one action movie comes out in 100 that's driven by its female characters.
But for the rest of us, it's an absolute treat. Not only is there an array of interesting, strong female characters in this film, but it's also a visual spectacle. This film is extraordinary.
This is a film that's very modern in its content, but also very nostalgic in its style, harkening back to the franchise it's following very neatly, and with its penchants for elaborate practical effects, which give the action sequences a sense of threat a big CG blockbuster movie really lacks these days.
It was glorious to go and see a big, highly designed, lavish fantasy movie for grown-ups. Fury Road is dark and gritty and relatively complex for its genre, but has all the joy and beautiful design of a fantasy film.
Yeah, visually it's absolutely incredible.
Essentially, Mad Max is a 2-hour-long car chase. It's cinematically excellent, but it's a little weak in terms of plot, and it doesn't do much for me to elevate the genre.
I don't think it's set out to be a game changer. I think it's so important that we can have these high-octane action flicks being led by female characters. It's an exciting development I hope to see more of.
Absolutely.
And so it seems, although we set out to talk about boys versus girls, girls win by default. Two very good films within their genre, driven by girls. Who run the world?
Girls.
Who run the world?
Girls.
Who run this mother?
Yeah, alright, we get the picture.